All of it serious. You know what I'm saying? This girl's been out here serious tagging a brother, you heard me? Man, things bigger than leprechauns out here. You know? But anyway, thank you, y'all for coming out to the live, you know? Thank you very much for coming to each all of y'all, you know? Coming out for the live. So how everybody doing? How's everything? Thank you. Y'all so kind, y'all so kind. What's going on, world? Okie dokie. Don't forget today, you know, we got a lot of things to talk about, you know, as usual. You know, welcome to the hood. My hood to your hood. You know, thank you. Okay, so now, don't forget I said I had a special guest. This guest that I'm breaking out, you know, was always behind the scenes. You know, he got his own YouTube channel. But he really like helped me out a lot on certain things, you know, little things counted. You know, he was like a person that really pushed me up, you know, even though he knew had my own like road, my own lane. He really gave me that extra push, and he was behind the scene a lot, helping out a lot. And you guys probably see him sometimes, you know, in little videos of mine too as well, you know. So just giving you all the heads up, but you know. Anyways, you know, I'd like to introduce y'all. Some of you, I know him as Chuck, aka Woody. But you guys, the YouTube world, you know, get to know them. They call them, you know what I'm saying, 696, but you know, SKG, Sneaker Gang. You know what I'm saying? Good luck, 696. Good luck, come on, man. Get to know my fan base, you know? All right.
Yo, we here.
Yeah, you know?
What's up? KP's there, what's up, homie?
Okay.
What's going on with you? What's going on with you,
Man,
family?
you know, same old. You know, I just wanted to for you to come on here, you know, give a little briefing, you know.
I'm here, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to talk to everybody that's up on here, you feel me? SKG, it all started, you know, SKG, I've been, you know, holding YouTube down for little Haiti, you know. There's a lot of us that's out here. We got junk from the other side. We got, you know, a little bit of Miami people, but you know, a lot of us ain't really doing YouTube. You know, I'm happy that I connect with KP HoodMemory. You feel me? I
Yes,
seen
sir,
the
yes,
vision,
sir.
I seen the plan, you know, and I'm here, you know.
So basically, like, you know, what SKG about your brand? Like, what it do? Like, why should people subscribe to you?
Well, you know, my passion is all type of passions, not just only is about my shoes. SKG stand for sneaker gang. You know, when I was a kid, I used to be fuero, used to be fresh, you know, all that. Step out the house, my mom say, make sure you put some deodorant, make sure you smell good because you representing me. And from there, you know, old girl, you know, I was born in the hood, you know. Back then, it used to be Americans beating up the Zoes, you know, beating up the Zoes, and we had to, you know, put our feet down, you know. So, you know how that be growing up in the hood, you know, where everybody got dreams and everybody want to make it out the hood. You know how that is. So, you know, I decided let me come with SKG because I used to always be fresh to death. But my problem was I used to skip because I ain't know how to read. So, you know, I ain't wanted nobody to like, hey, how you look fresh to death and you don't know how to read? And so I used to skip school. You know, principals used to come on the catwalk. Hey, can we talk to you? And I'm like, yo, what's up? Like, why you don't do modeling and stuff like that? And I'm like, damn, why should I do modeling? You know, I have to defend myself. I have to stand up to the bullies. You know, and you know, like, there's a lot of gifted opportunities. A lot of people that got gifts and stuff. But you know, we couldn't focus on that because you know we fighting against our Americans beating up Zoes, and you know you got some Zoes that don't even look like they Zoes, that look like they Americans, but you know getting beat up because you know growing up, man, like it was rough. These days, the kids they living in these days, it's like it's kind of easy for them because like you know, Martin Luther King back in the days, he was trying to fight for this vision that we have here
Yeah, of
right
course,
now.
most definitely. Like
You
growing
know,
up now is totally different. You know, like the kids got it easy. Back then you had HSCT, you had to brainstorm, you had to like learn, really learn. There was no computers, there was none of these tablets, you know, things that give you answer. Back then it was straight brain, you know, straight off the brain, you know. So it's totally different.
it's true. You know, we had to stand up. Independent Day. We had to stand up for all the Zoes. For those who were scared to say there was Zoes, we had to stand for
Don't
them.
forget, man. I remember one story, man. Like, when your parents dressed you up in bare bottoms, you was different. Cause everybody really wore like, there was, we had to catch up on game too. You had the bare bottom with the church shoes, so you would go to school. People would take that as a diss. You know what I mean? They'll take that like as a try. Look at you, you got bare bottom with church shoes. Cause you're young. That's how your parents dress you. That's the culture. But they didn't understand that.
Yeah, you already know. That thing will have you thinking sometimes. You like, what's going on? Like, you feel me? But you gotta step up because it's like,
It was funny when we started. It was funny when we started getting the dress code in. And the Haitians was coming up. Zoes was coming up. So Zoes was getting their game up. Now we starting sporting Jordans. You got some people that quarter late, like 6th grade, 3rd grade. Me, I started, from kindergarten. My parents would dress me. My own parents would dress me to when I got to 4th. That's when I like watching more of TV. When you start hitting that 4 years old, 5 years old, you start getting clearer. You see TV. Hey, I want these joints. First joints. So I'm talking to my parents, and I'm going to school fresh. You get what I'm saying? Because don't forget, you have people going roll cutter to school. Because your parents were dressing you at that time. They came fresh off. You know what I'm saying? They didn't really too much about the culture. You know what I'm saying? So now that they starting to adapt to the culture, you see more and more things starting to happen. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's when the problem started. So then you had to have fight with the American versus Haitians. You know what I mean? It was going down heavy back then.
Mm-hmm. Especially me. I told people I was finna do YouTube, and everybody was just looking at me like, start YouTube? I'm like, yeah, I want to start YouTube.
Yeah, man, YouTube. Yeah, man.
You feel me? But everybody was like, you think he can make it happen?
Now you can make it happen.
Of course I can make it happen. You feel me? This is me. This is Sean's luck. You feel me? I'm gonna make the best out of it.
Yeah.
I'm just happy. I got a chance, the opportunity to run into my guy right here.
Hey, you know what's funny? How I met Luck, y'all? Y'all check this out, right? One day I just started YouTube. I've been doing this for a month, and grace of God, you guys know, thanks to all you guys, I'm really moving and climbing up. You know what I'm saying? So one day, I just said, hey, you know what? I wanted to make something about our old school horseman. The documentary, like how we talking about when we went through the fight, when Haitians versus Americans. So I said, I need this guy on this documentary. So I couldn't reach out to him. So he had I saw his channel. So I reached out to him. I'm like, hey, look, man, we got this documentary. And since then, here we are, man, and it's really happening, So lessons to that, So with Luck. So tell the people, how would they get to your channel? What Luck?
Well, you could subscribe to Brown Luck 696, on my YouTube. Go from there. I got shoes.
Your brilliance doesn't just
shoes, clothes. My thing is be who you want to be. Your passion. If you got passion, whether it's drawing, whether it's smelling good, representing, follow your passion, follow your dream. Do something that you like doing. Don't do something that people tell you to do. And when you trying to drop goals and dreams, don't listen to those who don't see your vision. Because sometimes people could destroy your vision. A negative thought could kill your dream. You feel me? So, my shoes, my YouTube is all about,
positive vibes,
positive energy.
Spiritually, definitely that,
Spiritually.
Yeah.
Because, there's a lot of people that see me and just think I be out here thugging, doing all type of disorder, and really that's not really me. I like fishing. If you check my channel, you see me cooking, making manger, you feel me? Chefing it up, doing all type of stuff, So my YouTube channel ain't just about bees, clothes, and stuff like that. It's deeper than deep.
It's deeper than deep. Y'all go check it out, You
feel me? So I'm happy to be here.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Feel me?
And y'all also go subscribe to ZB Gaming. ZB Gaming. Okay? That's another one. ZB Gaming. They live in effect. Yes, if you're into gaming, stuff like that, check them out. They're good.
ZB Gaming, that boy on point. You feel me?
Yeah.
Sometimes I be on that Call of Duty.
Yeah, he's heavy on duty. Yeah. ZB Gaming is heavy on
Call of Duty, boy. But the kids these days that be playing that Call of Duty, boy, they be waxed. They be, they'll just be.
Yeah.
Man, I can't hang with the new generations. I can't hang with them.
Speaking of that, man, I miss the old days. You see, the new generation, different level, man. You know what I mean?
Well, like they style and our style is different. Like boy, I was playing against this youngin, and every corner I hit, he was hitting me. Like I try to duck, sniping me. You feel me? So so moral of the story is, follow your dreams, follow your goal. I'm happy I bumped into KP. Now her memories in your area. You feel me? Sneaker gang, y'all get to know about SKG. Y'all get to know who I am. It's not just about my shoes. It's not just about my clothes. It's about my passion. You know, open-minded. I want to, reach out to those who have gifts too, because like
But how long you been doing YouTube? I was going to ask you that. How
so
long you
I've been
been?
doing YouTube for a year,
A year?
and I finally got to a point when like it was one vision that I had, and I say, let me just catch this and download it, and from there, it's just like I was here. I always told God like, hey, Heavenly Father, send me people that's going see my goals and my vision. You feel me?
Yeah,
So
one stuff, one stuff.
all the time I'm like, man, I'm looking at YouTube, I'm looking at other artists, but I realized it was not too many people from Miami. Like I said, we got Jump from the Pound, we got a couple of cats that's from OT, Miami Garden, and places, but nobody really, you know,
Well,
bringing
bringing out the 305, how it's supposed to be.
305.
You
You
know
feel
what I
me?
mean?
So
Comment, y'all. We right here. Anybody want to ask any questions? We here. Comment, like, you know,
for sure,
anything you guys want to know, just let us know. We right here.
that part.
That part, man.
You feel
Man, you
me?
know what I'm thinking about, Luck? I remember one time, man, when we was kids, how we used to freestyle. We never thought like, hey, man, one of these days we're gonna be YouTubers. But we always used to freestyle, like we listened to little hip hop back in the days. Remember them days, man?
Yeah, them days, them days like my vision, man. I used to be one of them dudes that be like, man, I want to be on YouTube, man.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I want to be on YouTube. Now I'm here. I'm with HoodMemory. I'm with
Yeah, thank you.
HoodMemory.
Yeah,
You
most
feel
definitely,
me?
stuff,
Like
yeah.
we connecting out
We
here.
connecting now, so expect more collaboration. Just to let my fans know, my subscribers know. Love y'all. Expect more. Whenever I do my live, expect more of Sneaker Gang here. So we got collab going on. So just give everybody the heads up. So we're gonna be. It's a lot of things we gotta catch up. A lot of talking we have to do. Anything from back in the days, futuristic, anything. We here. We here. So go ahead and comment below anything you guys want to know, anything you guys want to ask. He's here right now. You know what I'm saying? So still, we have more skits coming. Of course, you know that. Y'all go check out the latest skit. It's called The Hood Store Run. It's amazing. It's awesome. The Hood Store Run. Y'all go check it out. It's out right now. You know what I'm saying? Go on YouTube. Go look at it now. The Hood Store Run. It's called Tab. You know what I'm saying? Put everything on the tab. You hear me? You're going to like it. Okay? So anything you want to tell the folks out there?
Well, God is good all the time. Without him, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have this opportunity, these goals, these plans. Like I tell my brother from another mother, he's gifted, he's
I appreciate
talented.
it, my brother. This
You
guy
feel
here,
me?
man, sometimes he always get on me, man, like a big brother. Here's a big brother. Let me give it to you. Since back then, even back in school days, when we was growing up in school days, he would be the guy that, we go get. When the other side get their bigger brothers, their older kids, so the other, and then, he'll be come through 89, ain't going down like that. Him and his squad come through, because we're the little generation, but they're the bigger generation, so they'll come out and represent us out there. So you know how that used to go. You know what I mean? Yeah. Thank you. So pretty much, so we got a lot of skits coming. As you know, you guys probably already check out John, Hood Security,
Hood security, you feel me?
the
All type
mayor,
of
the Hood
the
Mayor.
mayor.
We also got the Hood Reporter coming out. That's in the works. The Hood Reporter, you guys gonna love that. The Hood Reporter, you guys
Two
gonna really love that.
two time for the gas station.
The gas station, definitely the
We'll be
gas
doing our
station.
skip at.
Yep. 2 time for the block, definitely.
Hey, put this on my tab.
You feel me? Two time for that boy. That boy is a big actor.
Yeah,
Y'all ain't
man.
ready for this. You feel me? He coming. It's just so crazy. I was telling my little brother, like, it's
Yeah.
just amazing how the way you have an eye idea and put it on YouTube. So everything y'all see on YouTube, this is something that's from mine. Like we just brought it in action by creating it. You feel me? So that's why I tell people when you speak and when you think, your goals and your dreams, always try to catch it. Put it on platform. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
your
you know,
dreams come true. You
and
feel
you know
me?
what, Luck, you actually right. Cause sometimes I'll call Luck. I say, hey, Luck, man, I got this idea. What you think? And what you'll be like, hey, Curb, hey, you know, let's run with it. Hey, it has potential, whatever, blase, squaze, you know what I'm saying? So it's one of the person I can always call out and just ask for information, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, one time for Luck, man, you know what I'm
For
saying?
sure, for sure. Two time for all my peoples, you know, like people I grew up with, Ball Greasy, you know, this is the people we grew up with. Two time for Double B, Willie Black. Two time for Little Haiti, everybody that's from Little Haiti. Two time for your city, Overtime, Martin Garden,
Wherever you from,
wherever you from,
Aventura, I don't care,
Aventura,
yeah,
you feel me?
downtown,
Downtown,
overtown, you know,
you heard
Coconut
me?
Grove, Garage,
You feel
Boom, we
me?
can do all this all day, you hear me? You know what I'm saying? Even all the way to the back, you know, Sunset, wherever you guys are, you know?
That's
Y'all,
facts, you
any
feel
hood,
me?
everything's considered a hood here, you know what I'm saying? Remember that.
Don't make me
Two
fight
time
for
for
your
the
love.
Z
I've had
Queens
enough.
out here that
I've
support
had
their
enough.
man,
Of
that
Not
course,
your
support
yeah.
their
cuz.
husband. Two time for the kings that support their wife. You feel me?
One time for them, for everyone
Don't
definitely
make me
chasing their
fight for your
dreams, you know,
love.
doing it the right way,
I've had
doing the right
enough.
way. Two
I've
time for
had
y'all, you know
enough.
what I'm saying? Everybody
Not
chase
that
your dreams,
cuz.
you know,
I
it's a lot
don't
out here.
think I'll
It's a
make
hundred
it.
ways to get it out here, you know what I'm
My
saying?
heart just can't
Just chase
take
your dream, you
it.
know what I'm saying?
Can we
That's
just
all,
keep
man,
it
you know.
simple?
Always remember, time is in your hand,
It
and it's
don't
never too
gotta
late.
be
You know, the other
complicated.
day I seen an
Just
old lady. She was like
simple.
60. She got a high school diploma. Like,
Simple.
wow, you know, that goes to show, you know,
And
hey,
I done felt this way
if you
before. I
want
got
something
hit
in
by
life,
Cupid.
it's
I
never,
thought it'll be
never too
forever.
late.
I'm forever looking stupid.
You know what
Your
I'm
love
saying?
is like
So,
sand in your hand. Let me
you know,
prove it.
just
The
subscribe
moment
to
you
the
strike,
channel.
the hold it tight. You
All
might
Two
you
think
time
that
for
do.
I ain't giving
everybody
you
that's out
kisses.
here,
I'm
you
just
know,
saying
like
what you know
everybody
we
that can
trust
get
me.
this
We got a title, but
opportunity to
that
be
don't
where
mean that
we
we
at
own
right
each
now.
other. I
You
got
Keep
got it.
grinding, keep
Keep
grinding,
grinding.
keep grinding.
Support.
Yeah,
You
you got our
know,
support, you know what I'm saying? Reach out, you know, we got you.
and don't listen to people that tell you can't do it. Cause if a person tell you can't do it, you know, don't be around people that's not gonna support your goal and dreams. You feel me? Like,
Especially people that's putting you down too. Nah, I don't think that's a good idea for you. Nah, I don't think that's gonna happen. Nah, it don't fit you. It don't fit. If that's what you want, go for it. You know what I'm saying? Before this, I had a couple of obstacles. Like, nah, I don't think you too. I'm like, man, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. You know, even way back, I always been like that. You know, I always had negativity, but I always had that mind frame. You know, I'm gonna do this regardless. You know, even back then to the point when I was into entertainment, you know, into rap or whatever. I said, hey, I want to do this. Didn't work out. Something gonna give. Hey, I still kept pushing. You know what I'm saying? So here we are. You know, grace
we
of
here.
God. You know, and always put God first, no matter what you do. You can't do it by your lonesome. You know.
You can't, cause you know that man powerful. He showed me plenty of times. He showed me he there for me. You know, like, you know, it's a couple of peoples that couldn't come with me in this journey. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like,
You tell me that every time.
you know, it's a
There's some
couple
people
of
that are
people
left
that can't
behind, you
come.
know? Yeah. There's
You
some people
feel
that,
me?
same thing with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, me, I mean, like, I came from, I had so much friends, you know? Most of them now cut off, man, because where I'm going, they're not there, you know? So it's just a long road, short circle. That's all that's about, you know?
You feel me? Two time for all the people that's out there, you know, two time for the people that misunderstood me when I was growing up on here. Two time for those who didn't really have support, that didn't see my vision, that didn't see my goals, that didn't see my dreams, you know. I'm sending love and peace to all y'all, you feel me? Now y'all get to watch me on TV, you feel me? And I'm happy that I, you know, bump to KP, you know. It's my
She
boy,
my
you
baby,
know,
my
since
woody,
we've been
she my ride.
jitterbugs, we've
And all
been
I
going
need is
through
a
trial
half
and
a pint when we
tribulation.
vibe, boo.
Growing up in
Baby
Little
say she
Haiti,
the
man, it
truest
was
post if
not
I
no
try
joke.
hood.
So the
And
new
I don't need
generation,
no
y'all
rubber
got it
when I'm
easy out
inside
here.
Yeah, you got
hood.
it easy
When I
out
don't
there,
pick up
man.
the
You know what I'm
phone, she
saying,
come
man?
looking
It was
for
a
me.
tough
And
road,
she
but you know,
don't
we
do
still
fake
here.
shit,
You know,
baby,
we
she
made it.
keep
We
it
made it. You know what I'm
100.
saying? Not
Too
too many
funny
of
to
us
get
get to
caught what
see
I need in the
little, you
woman.
know, not
I
me
know
too
she
many of
love
us
me,
get to
she
see a
gon'
certain
always tell me
age, you
put me
know? I mean, if you
first.
still here and you 30,
9, 12,
hey,
shakes
you
on the yacht.
blessed. You know what I'm
And I
saying?
don't like her a little
40,
bit, I
you
like
blessed. So
her a
not too
lot.
many
She
get to
got
see
the
this
cutest
age, you know
one,
what
I
I'm
wanna
saying? I
cut
lost
my
a lot of
hoes
friends,
off.
you know?
Fine
A lot
nigga,
of them
but the
not here
pedal
right
where the
now,
toes
you
off.
know?
I
Made
ain't
wrong
shit, she
decisions.
know it, but babe
You know,
rockin'
just
with me.
always remember,
Villa
man.
Park,
Always
Pearl
remember.
Harbor, Bay shopping with
Always
me.
remember. This is very
Separated in the
important.
new house, we
Watch your
comfortable.
circle.
But these the reason I
You know, watch the
Got
crowd you
to.
keep.
Got to. Stay away from the haters. Stay away from the people that don't mean no good.
Yeah,
You feel me?
definitely. They always want to thank for you. You know, they want to be in control. You know what I'm saying? Always remember that.
That part. You feel me? So I'm thankful that I'm here. You know, I had to stop by, holler at my boy KPZ. You know,
And we got a lot of things in the works. You know, we got a lot of subjects to talk about. You know what I'm saying? This a collabo, so it's gonna work out pretty good. You know, so behind the scenes, you know, this guy's always here with me. You know what I'm saying? Behind his scene, I'm always there too. So, you know, just subscribe to his channel, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So also check ZB Gaming again, once again. You
for
know?
sure. So you know, I ain't gonna stay too long. I just was stopping by. I gotta go to the studio. You know, KP boy is happy. You know, I'm happy to be here. You know, God gave me this opportunity. I couldn't wait. I'm like, man, I gotta come on KP show hood memory. You heard me? You
Yeah.
feel me?
Yeah,
So you
man.
know how it be, the journey, you know, gotta
Yeah.
be out. I appreciate everybody that support me. You feel me? Two time for hood memory, two time for your dream, two time for your goal. Miss Hot,
See you, bro.
for sure.
Yeah,
Love.
yeah. Love, 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 love. Yeah, man. So back then, speaking of that, when we were coming up, you know, like Luck said, man, it was pretty much a tough journey, man. You know what I'm saying? I remember one time, man, going to school, man, with like, man, Miss Foster. I was so bad in Miss Foster's school. Sometimes she used to give me Zo clothes. That mean, like, you know, she had rings in her hand. She'd be like, it was so bad, man. I had a friend named Valentine. So Valentine would like, we're so bad, man. Like kindergarten, we're so bad, man. Like, you know, one time they had a Halloween party. So to the Halloween party, we'd leave the crowd and go to the next door neighbors. And, you know, take some toys. So the neighbor caught us one time, and, you know, handcuffed us and bring us to the principal office. And when he bring us to the principal office, you know, the principal gave us a paddle and paddle. This I'm talking about like around like second grade, you know, and it was crazy, man. Then going to middle school, you know, I mean, my life was just my life. I mean, my life, I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed. You know, through all the obstacles I've been through, I'm still here. You know, through the bad times, the rainy days, I'm still here. I'm blessed. And, you know, for anyone out there, you know, always keep your head up. Don't ever give up. I know sometimes you might feel like a load on your back, and just don't give up. You know, that's what we're here for, to hold everybody up and keep y'all all in prayers. You know, those that can't make it too far. You know, you got people that's handicapped, the cripple. You know what I mean? Just always know there's a God. You know what I'm saying? And anything is possible. All right, now back to this. So going to Horseman, man, I remember going to Horseman, same days. And one time I'm walking in the hallway. So this one kid came to me like, hey, I guess he ain't like how I was dressed. Coming from Caribbean parents, you dress different. You know what I mean? So I guess he didn't like my style. You know what I'm saying? So I had, bare bottoms, church shoes, roll color. But I'm in fourth grade. Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? So boom, a little tussle, a little fight, boom, boom, American versus Haitian, boom, 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 whoop, 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 whoop. So after that happened. Then from there on. Couple of days after, we start getting our swag on. That's for everybody that knows what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So then, we start getting the dress code game up. By fifth grade, we in J's. We got the game going, we dress, and stuff like that. So pretty much everything was pretty going on like that. And then to the point we got our respect. So, to this day, some chicks, American chicks, they calling Zoes. Everybody loves Zoes now, so we had to pave the way a long way. You know what I'm saying? So one time for all the Zoes out there. One time for everybody. It don't matter. Everybody. We all human at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, we all human, man. So one time for Hood Memory again. So like I said, I have more skits coming through. So subscribe. Subscribe. And hit that notification bell for next live, which is going to be next Monday. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Man, I ain't gonna lie, boy. These mosquitoes serious, though. These mosquitoes, man, they bigger than leprechauns out here. You know what I'm saying? But it's what it is. Yeah, so until then, see all you guys on the next live. All right, so as a matter of fact, I think I'll stay a little longer. I see 6 people. Come on, y'all hit me up. Question me. Hit me up. Any questions? Comments? What's going on? Okay, I see you. Yeah, the next show, probably before that, I probably do another live. Before I probably do another live, probably Thursday. Okay. Yeah, one time. Okay, one time for Opalaka. One time for Jackson Soul Food. Definitely don't forget Jackson Soul Food. And Mama Lucy, you're right. Yeah, Jackson Soul Food, Mama Lucy. One time for Chef Creole, Yeah, man. Okay. Fat Johns. Stop for mobile cat. Yeah, I see you. Cool. All right. So yeah, man. So a lot of people ask me, I don't know about this question. A lot of people ask me why John never talk. Well, John not supposed to talk. His character is not made for talking. John is always lost, always finding things. John do not talk. You know, where you have the hood security is more active than all of them. You know what I'm saying? Hood security is just a troublemaker